Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty here, Aquia Robinson, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 8 different grants that beauty pros can apply for before the year is over that total over $150,000. I'm also going to be sharing with you some grant resources, some different websites, and also people that I love to tap into to learn more about grants and the grant writing process. So if that is something that you're interested in, then stay tuned. Alright, so let's get into it. So if you don't know, I recently won a grant for $10,000. I shared my reaction video in part 1 of this series because I am just so pumped up about grants. I am obsessed with applying for grants now, and when I posted that video that I won a grant, I started to get a lot of questions. I am by no means a grant expert. I am just sharing with you my experience with grants and the resources that I have found along the way so that I can help you out. So in this video, like I said, I'm going to be sharing with you some grants that you can apply for before the end of the year. I was actually going to do my Q&A video first because there's so many different questions about grants, but there are so many grants that have deadlines that are coming up like this month and before the end of the year, so I really wanted to get this video out first, and then after that I will circle back to a Q&A. But I'm going to be sharing with you 8 different grants that I found recently for beauty pros, for small business owners. I'll be very honest, it's very you don't really find a lot of grants that are catered towards beauty pros in particular, but we are small business owners, we are female founders, we are entrepreneurs, so those are the type of grants that you kind of want to be looking out for. Female grants, women-owned businesses, if you identify as a minority or African American, those type of grants, small business grants, those are the type of grants that you will be looking out for. And then every now and then you will come across a beauty grant. So first I want to share with you some resources of people that I absolutely enjoy tapping into their content and just learning more about the grant writing process. The first one that I want to share with you is Stormy Banks, okay? And I'll put her first because Stormy Banks is the founder and CEO of the Pink Print firm. She is a certified grant writer and she has secured over $18 million in grant funding for her clients. And I wanted to put her first because after I won the $10,000 grant from the NAACP, like I said, I was obsessed with just finding out more about grants. So I actually saw Stormy on a podcast. She was on the Full Transparency podcast with Donnie Wiggins, another one of my faves, and she used to be in the beauty industry. That's what caught my attention. She used to be in the beauty industry, and then during the pandemic she pivoted to grant writing and stuff. So I actually took her 5-day get grant ready seminar. So I put her first because I'm actually like familiar with her. I invested in one of the packages that she has where they do grant writing for you and apply for grants on your behalf. So if that's something that you're interested in, I will leave Stormy's information down in the description. I did have like a consultation call with her and everything, got to ask my own questions to her. So I think that is like a extremely good resource. It's something that I have done myself. So that's why I wanted to put her first, because I can speak personally to the service that I've received from her and her team, and it was excellent. And they wrote up my grant proposal for me so that when I'm applying for grants in the future, I can just kind of pull from that document that is professionally written and apply for the grant. So if you're somebody who has a hard time with writing, or you feel like your writing isn't strong enough for grants, get somebody like a certified grant writer to help you out with that process. So number one, Stormy Banks. The other person that I tune into a lot on Instagram is Bossy Wit. Bossy Wit is she is a self-proclaimed grant queen. Okay, I'm looking at my notes. She owns multiple storefronts. On the same block. I believe that's something that she says all the time, like in her marketing, but it's all from getting funding. So she's always sharing resources on her page. She's an educator, so is Stormy. They all educate. All the people that I'm going to mention are educators. So definitely tap into Bossy Wit. The next one is Asada Chrome. She is in the beauty industry as well, and she helps beauty pros, salon suites, and she helps beauty pros get funding. And she also has like a salon suite and everything where she has completely built it out just from getting funding, and she also has her business in there as well. So that's something that you're interested in, definitely check out Asada. I love that she's in the beauty industry. That's what I love about that she's actually in the beauty industry, so she can speak directly to us. And then there's also It's Coach K. She helps entrepreneurs secure 6 to 7 figures in funding. And when you go on her page, she is literally always listing grants. So grants for men, grants for women, small businesses, entrepreneurs, whatever. So if you follow her on Instagram, you will be sure to always be tapped in to getting some kind of grant resources. And then the last one, if you happen to have a nonprofit organization, then the nonprofit guy, his name is Blake Nathan. He's an excellent resource as well. He teaches people how to launch, scale, and sustain their tax-exempt nonprofit. But he also posts a lot of grants on his page as well, specifically for nonprofits. So if you have a nonprofit organization, that's actually something that I'm trying to start working on for Friends in Beauty. It's a nonprofit sector of Friends in Beauty, but these are all resources that you can tap into at any moment. Like I said, most of them are educators, but then they also always are posting grants on their page. So if you have a hard time finding grants, just make sure you tap into them, maybe get on their email list or something like that, and stay tapped in. Now I want to share with you a few websites that I have come across that are just grant databases. I believe all of them you do have to pay a fee for, but I'm going to share my favorite one last that I have just been obsessed with, and I have been applying for grants like a crazy person on this website. So the first one is www. I don't even have to say that. We in 2024. Y'all know it's www. So the first one is grantwatch.com. They have a lot of government grants on there. From my experience looking on there, you also have grants.gov. I'll leave all of this down in the description. Grantstation.com, instrumentsl.com, and then my absolute favorite one, y'all, I'm going to get into it when I list out these grants for you. My absolute favorite one at the moment is Hello Skip. Hello Skip is such an amazing resource for grants, and I feel like they make it so easy. I am not what is it, they're not paying me to say this. I don't even know how people say it. They're not paying me to say this, but from my experience, Hello Skip is just such an amazing resource because they just make it so easy to apply for grants. You can do it on their website, or you can also download the app. And I mean, they just provide so much information, or so many different things within the platform to make you successful. They have something in there called the Grants Vault, and the Grants Vault is basically a place where you can how can I say it? A place where you can go and map out your answers before you apply for the grants. They also have AI capability and everything like that. So on the Grants Vault, they'll list out the commonly asked questions that you'll see a lot of times on these grant applications, and you have the opportunity to input your answer, and it will give you a grade on your answer from like poor, moderate, or strong. When I was on Stormy's Get Grant Ready seminar, the founder of Hello Skip actually came and spoke to us. So he gave us tips on how to, make sure our applications are strong. So he said when you're using the Grants Vault, or anytime you're applying for grants on Hello Skip, you always want to make sure your answer is moderate or strong. This will make sense once you get on the Hello Skip platform, what I'm saying. So you can map out your answers in the Grants Vault, and then it gives you that score, moderate or strong. But then you can also enhance your answers with AI, which is like the coolest thing. And they're literally always putting more grants on that platform, like all the time. And they have their own grants that they do. Hello Skip has their own grants that they do on a continuous basis, and I'll share those with you in a second. But Hello Skip, y'all, I'm gonna leave the link down below. Hello Skip is where it's at for me right now because they just make it so easy. So I would say if you're like new to the grant process, I feel like Hello Skip is a good place to start because they have a lot of other resources where you can get like a business plan. You can get other types of funding and stuff through Hello Skip, but I've been enjoying the grants portion. So let me get into it. Let's get into these grants that I found. I have a whole list right here. I have 8 different grants that the deadline is happening very soon The last one I have here is like December 31st. So we have between now when you're watching this video and December 31st 2025 to apply for these grants. But also, if you do come across this video at a later time, a lot of these grants that we do come across, including the one that I won, the NAACP and L'Oreal Inclusive Beauty Fund grant, a lot of these grants are annual grants. So even though you may come across the video later on, keep an eye on these companies and keep an eye on these grants, because some of them tend to come around every year. So if you missed it this year, you can totally apply for it next year. So the first one that I want to share with you is the Cécred and BeyGOOD. I think it's BeyGOOD or BeyGOOD. Y'all know Beyonce's thing. Cécred and BeyGOOD Salon Business Grant. So BeyGOOD and Cécred are awarding $10,000 grant. So this grant's for $10,000, but they're going to award 25 people, qualifying salon business owners in Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles, and New Jersey. And the deadline is November 20th. So all of these grants that I am mentioning, I will leave links for them down below, or a document or something with everything on it so you can, easily access it. But the deadline for this is November 20th. So you do have to be located in one of those cities, and just go to the website and check out the other criteria. I don't want to get this would be like very lengthy if I get into the criteria of each grant, but go to the website and see what the criteria is, and you may qualify, or you may know somebody else that qualifies. So don't be stingy, share the information. The next one is we're gonna jump over to Hello Skip, because let me tell you, Hello Skip got all the grants. Okay, so the first one that I want to talk about with Hello Skip is this $1,000 grant. Hello Skip does a $1,000 grant giveaway every single Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is apply for the grant. You can apply on the website, or you can apply on the app. And then you have to tune in to their YouTube live on Tuesday or Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they do a random drawing. And even though you have to fill out, you have to answer 2 questions for this $1,000 grant, your answers save every single week, so you can just keep on applying with the same answers. But this grant is not based off of your responses, and I want to make that very clear. This is not based off of your responses. This is just based off of a random drawing. So what happens on the lives, they have this virtual wheel that they spin, and it's going to bring up an entry number. I think they say your business name now. It's going to bring up your business name or entry number, and then only on the app can you see your PIN number that is corresponding to that grant. So you have to download the app for Hello Skip to see the PIN number for this grant in particular, the Hello Skip grants, from the actual Hello Skip platform. So every Tuesday and Friday, you have the opportunity to win $1,000 for your business. So I've been on that thing. What's this, November? I feel like I've been tuning in every Tuesday and Friday since July or something like that. At least July or August, because I want to get the coins. $1,000 is still a big deal. So make sure you tune into make sure you check out that Hello Skip grant, and then also tune in to see if you can win. Also, we have the Galaxy grants. The Galaxy grants is for $2,750. It's for women and minority entrepreneurs. You have to be based in the United States. If you refer a friend and they win, you win too, which is really cool. And the deadline to apply is November 30th. We also have the Sephora Beauty grant. Okay, this is $100,000, y'all, for a black owned beauty business. The deadline is November 15th. There is a lot of qualifying factors that correspond with this grant, so make sure you check out the link. You do have to be a brand founder and generate a certain amount of money, be a part of the 15% pledge community or something like that. It's a lot of different qualifying factors, so click the link, see if you qualify. If you don't qualify, send it to another beauty brand founder who you know can benefit from it. We also have the Verizon Digital Ready Superfan grant. It's $25,000. That's a $25,000 grant and digital resources for small businesses. we're small businesses, right? We're beautypreneurs, we're small businesses, so we qualify. And the deadline is November 14th. They do have a lot of other things that you have to do as well, but it's super duper easy. Super easy to do it. We also have the Verizon Small Business Digital Ready Grant, $10,000. So it's a $10,000 grant and also digital resources for small businesses. That deadline is November 14th. We have the Honeycomb Credits, $5,000 Change It Up Fall Grant as well. It's a $5,000 grant for small businesses, and that is, the deadline is December 31st for that one. And then the last one is a very, very niche one, but somebody may qualify. I actually qualify for this grant. It is the Her Culture Micro Grant, and it's for $500. So the $500 micro grant is for African and Caribbean women, and this is a rolling grant. So they do this on a rolling basis, so it's happening continuously. So if you identify, or if you're an African or Caribbean woman, check out this grant. You may win $500. I also forgot to mention as well, in addition to Hello Skip doing their $1,000 grant, they also do like a monthly $10,000 grant as well. So it's tons of opportunities out here to get funding for your business. You just gotta be a little bit creative in looking for, you know, the opportunities, because if you're just looking specifically for grants that cater to beauty professionals in particular, it's going to be very slim. But make sure you're looking for grants that are for small businesses, for whatever ethnicities you identify as. They also have grants for men as well, specifically for men, because I feel like there are a lot of grants that are for women, but they do have grants for men as well. Check out those websites and everything. But I am so excited to hear like about your grant process. Let me know in the comments too if you have applied for grants before, your experience with it, because I know a lot of people like, yeah, I apply for grants but I don't be winning nothing. But you have to keep applying. Stormy's like, you need to be applying for grants every single day, okay? And I like the analogy that she used before, is that people will like spend hours and hours filling out job applications but won't spend that same kind of energy applying for grants. It's the same thing. It's the same kind of process, filling out an application and just putting them in. So it's a numbers game, so you have to continue to apply. And then one thing that Stormy told me when I had my call with her that I'll share with you too, and the reason why some people may not win, it may not be that your answers were bad, it's just that they can only choose one person. Sometimes they can only choose 10 people. So it's not necessarily that like you didn't answer correctly, but maybe their answers were a little bit stronger, maybe, or maybe they just had a cap of how many people they could choose. So don't get discouraged, just keep on applying, and I'm praying that something comes through for you very, very soon. And as I continue to find more grants, I'll share it with you. So make sure you're tuned in, you're following Friends of Beauty on all social media platforms, you're tapped into my mailing list, and also I would love to invite you to join the Friends in Beauty Trailblazers Club as well, because I will be bringing a grant writer in there very soon. I am working on it so hard. Like, my members are like, you should get somebody in here to talk to us about grants. Trust me, I am working on it. So very soon I plan on having someone that is an educator on grants to really come in and give us the lowdown, to give us the real tea on it. So make sure you're tuned in and you're tapped into everything that Friends of Beauty is doing, because I always share anything that I find with my community. But in order to access that class or whatever when it comes out, you have to be a member of the Trailblazers Club. All right, so I hope that this was helpful. I'm excited to actually, like I told you all before in my first video, that grant that I won, I also shared it with you all. I shared it on Instagram and I shared it with my community. So these grants that if I qualify for any of the grants that I just listed, I think I only qualify for, I know I don't qualify for the Beyonce one. I don't qualify for the Sephora Beauty Grant one, but all the other ones I believe I qualify for. So I'm going to be applying, and I'll keep you posted if I'm winning. I'm also going to apply using the resources that I got from Stormy Banks through my grant proposal and everything like that, because the other grant I won on my own with I had to do a video for it and like write out my answers. I won that on my own, but I'm curious to see how the process is going to go with, you know, Stormy's resources. So like I said, I hope this was helpful. Keep me posted. I would love to know if you win any of these grants or what your process is like. If you have any more resources that you would like to share, you can comment down below. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video, and I will talk to you soon. Make sure you stay tuned for the Q&A in the next video. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.